Hey, welcome. Welcome to the Underground Music Show. Welcome to the fact that I took my glasses off and we're now at the Underground Music Show. This is a safe place. This is a place with no swearing, no trolling. If you're in the chat room, if you're doing the chatting, that's cool. If you like what you see, remember to subscribe, whether you're on Twitch or Facebook or YouTube, because we're on all three of those. Yeah, you're probably already subscribed if you're on Facebook. If you're visiting on YouTube or Twitch, please, please, please subscribe. If you like what I'm doing, you can go ahead and support me by using this little tip code. And let me just kind of point that up right now. It should be about on that side, right here. So yeah, you should have a tip code right over there. A little bug just pops up, and I'll be popping that up a couple times through the night. I'm not going to keep it on the entire time because I think it's kind of tacky. Well, it's not tacky because I know some people want to thank me and enjoy me. And I just got to tell you, this has been a day. This has been a day. We got up this morning very, very early. Um, we went to Lebanon, Tennessee, and I performed at the Naked at the Nettie Jacobs Festival. And it was at the Wilson County Fair, and it was so cool because all these fair people came by, and they're like, "Yeah, just to let you know that with the Tennessee Fair and the Wilson County Fair come together, and we got all your information." I'm thinking, "How do you know who I am?" And they're like, "Yeah, we got all your information, and we're looking at it, and it's just been crazy around here. But thank you for performing today. Thank you for being here." And I could only perform for an hour. I didn't know the thing went on all day, and like there was this guy Cole who was there all day long playing fiddle, and he had a show tonight too. And it was just, I don't know, it was just, I wish I could have been there longer. But I had to I had to run to Red Boiling Springs, where I got to play this great festival. I closed it out. I was like the relief pitcher or the closing pitcher. And it was really good. I mean, there were hundreds of people there. Um, oh my goodness, it was just so much fun. And the day was beautiful. If you've ever been in Tennessee, it's just amazing. I got to tell you something. I hope I don't cry when I say this, because that would be like totally transparent, but not using a lot of character and a lot of what's the world, not you know not a lot of confidence when I cry about this. But as I'm driving through the hills of Tennessee, and I'm on State Route 52 and State Route 114 and State Route 70 and State Route on and on and on. And I'm driving through Trousdale County and Macon County and Clark County and Smith County and Wilson County and Rutherford County and on and on and on and on. As I'm driving these things, it hit me, over the past 100 years, this is the same route that people like Elvis and Jerry Lee and Waylon and Willie and Dolly and Patsy, and if you get in the country realm and get into uh Johnny, and all these guys drove these roads, and they played, probably, they're way beyond me. I mean, let's face it, these are the legends, these are the guys who started it all. But to drive these roads and know the fact that they were on these roads too, and they saw that tree, or they saw that rock formation, or they almost went off the road on that curve, and to know that I'm doing it too, it was pretty amazing, and just the thanks and the um all the affirmation that I got from all the people that I played for. I mean, it was so good to have people come up afterwards going, "Hey, we're doing this retreat over here, and would you be available on this date, and can you play for a week, and can you do?" It's like, here's my card, and take a look. Let's see what we can do. So thank you for letting me just kind of spout all that off. And uh it was just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Got to play complete sets for a change. Got to play for an hour or more, and it was just really, really, really fun. And I made, it was just really, really fun. It's a great place to grow and to strive from. And I want to thank the Tennessee Art Commission. I want to thank the cities of Red Bowling Springs, and I want to thank the cities of Lebanon. I want to thank these festivals, the Nettie Jacob Festival, and also the um, medicine, the healing, the folk medicine festival. Oh my goodness! And they were great. And a lot of woodworkers and wood carvers, but nobody had a back scratcher, so I did luck. And it was great to walk around and just see the different vendors and the people that were involved. And I mean, it's just so much talent, so much talent. What a great. I mean, I know you guys are probably watching from all over the world. Come to Tennessee. I mean, I'm sorry, you're going to want to move here. It's so amazing. I don't sing, and so that guy can speak directly to your heart. And it was just fun watching people and have that happen to again today. Um, I would talk about sponsorship information, but I kind of made a bleep load of money. And so I'm really happy with what happened today. If you'd like me to come to your city or your church or your event, now remember I played these events. I love what Willie Nelson said. And he said that his greatest fear is for people to someday find out that he would have done it for free. And I got to tell you, when I'm out there doing it, I initially thought I was doing it for free. And from them to walk up afterwards and say, hey, there's a check for you here. That was just, it was really a blessing. It's way beyond what I expected. And um, yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Anyway, so I'm gonna play some music because that's kind of what I do. And we had a lot of fun and we played some stuff. So I'm gonna start out with a really old song. This was written by a guy named Wolfgang, and no, it wasn't Van Halen's son. But yeah, in fact, I met a guy tonight. I met a blind person from Alaska whose name was Moses, and I can't wait to play with him because he says he's a bluegrass picker and that he loves to do harmonies, and can't wait to find out what we can do. So anyway, it'll be a blessing. So anyway, so this is from a guy named Wolfgang. Can you see the guitar? Oops. So as I'm playing that funny story, I start thinking, oh, I just missed a note. And then I'm thinking, wait a minute, I just hit like 800 notes right, and I'm thinking about the one note I missed. And then, of course, I completely screw up and miss like four notes in a row. So that's what I get for thinking while I'm playing. But I don't know if you guys ever, have that like thoughts going through your head. But anyway, I had some thoughts going through my head during that one. Let's see. And now, because that wasn't even on my list, I don't know where that came from. Oh, I'm going to do another one that's not on my list that I don't know where it came from. And this is fun song. I did this one too. I actually it is on the list, but it's on. I have the list from the festival today, and it's a song that pretty much everybody knows how to play. It was written in 1836, no, 1875, by Euphemia Allen, and it's a waltz. And at that time in England, women couldn't copyright material, so she copywrote it under the name of Arthur de Lully and had her brother come and pick up the checks because it immediately took off as being a very popular waltz at the time. And I think everybody knows how to play this. Have you figured it out yet? Yes, that was chopsticks. And real funny story. I was at a talent competition. Oh my gosh, 40 years ago. And um, I was in a band at the time called Under Surveillance, and we were being touted as the next big thing. And we used to play all these big hair, heavy metal. I was in that glam rock scene in the 80s. I'm sorry, I was. Anyway, so I was doing this song, and the guy who was judging, one of the judges, was a friend of mine, and we used to open for each other all the time. He was in a band. His name's Stephen Crosby. He was in the band Rat, and so he stopped me and he goes, "Dude, you can't play this song." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "Because you can't play the song. Can't do that at intervals." I'm like, "Well, I'm playing the song." He goes, "No, you can't play that song on guitar. It's only a piano song." I'm just like, "But I just played the song." So here's a little tip for you. If you're going to do something, you might as well do it before the people who are in the know and judging you tell you that it's impossible and you can't do it, because it's like you've already done it. And even though I just thought that was really funny that, here he was telling me I can't do something while I was actually doing it. So anyway, and you just heard me do it again. So the good, and I recorded a version of it, and it's a song you'll never hear a guitar player do because it's impossible to play on the guitar. Yeah, okay, whatever. Let me see. Let me do this is a song. I like this song, and it was a song written in the 12th century by the Mariologists, and it got transposed in the 1880s from Latin to French, and then from French to English, and given a new name called "Hail Holy Queen." And then it was part of the 1992. It says 92 or 96. Does anybody out there know? Was it 92 or 96? You don't even know what I'm going to play. So how would you know? Anyway, but I should write these down on my notes. But it was a part of a song in the mid 90s that got Grammy nominated on a soundtrack called Sister Act, starring Whoopi Goldberg. I'm trying to do my Whoopi Goldberg face. Don't think I do it very well. That was for a very special fan. That part. So anyway, now I'm going to do a song. This is another one. This is a kind of an I'm going to do a song that's even older. I think this might be the oldest song do. It was written in the 6th century, given lyrics in the 8th century. Can you imagine that? I mean, what was that like to live back in the 6th century? I mean, you weren't watching live streams. You didn't have texts. You didn't have. I mean, you didn't have books. That was pre-book. That wasn't invented until the 1500s. Um, Most people didn't know how to read. It was, I guess, a agrarian society. I mean, you spent your entire day getting water and getting food. I mean, that was your day, and protecting your horde, or protecting your little pasture from hordes of nomadic tribesmen who wanted to, take your little section of earth. So anyway, I can't even imagine what it was like to live back in the 6th century. You know, um, I don't believe those were the good old days. I kind of think we're in the good old days. In fact, we're in a major shift right now, as far as education and learning and stuff like that. In fact, I was talking to a friend of mine this morning about the fact that it used to be, what was your goal for the next 5 years? Now we're like, what's your goal for the next 6 months? Oh, by the way, we need to do that in the next 3 months. So anyway, saying all that, this is a little Irish song. Be now my vision. When I was talking about the fact that we're in a big shift as far as technology and everything, it was so funny as I'm saying this. All these people in the crowd today were like, because they all feel it, they all know it, they all know something is going on, and it's there's like no playing catch up. I mean, it's just as soon as you get the latest and greatest, now it's being updated while you're asleep. It's crazy, and then you wake up and it's like, oh, I got a brand new phone system that I don't know how to use. And by the way, wasn't it great when it was actually just a phone? And it used to be that the phone, and I love this. My mentor said this the other day. I thought it was so funny. He said that it used to be that the phone had a cord and attached to the wall. Now the phones don't have a cord, but they attach to us, and we're never, ever, ever without it. And I just think that's really, really, really interesting. Um, let's see. Where was I going with all that? There was something. There was something I was going to say. But that's what it was. Yes. So not next weekend. Um, is it next weekend? It might be next weekend. Let me think about this. Friday, no. So weekend after that, I go into the studio and I start recording a album for this year. Now, just to let you know, I've had a problem with Amazon and with iTunes. And even though these guys are set up to upload singles, and I've been doing that, I've been trying to create playlists that people could listen to and download and purchase. And they're like, no, 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 you can't do that. You can create playlists that people can listen to for free, and then you get the playlist amount, which is I think it's 1/18th of a hundredth of a cent. So you have to listen to it 18 times for me to get a penny. Or I could, they can download the song directly, but they can't download the playlist of all the songs, which is what people are asking me for, and so I thought about it. I was like, well, I wonder, could I actually name my album Playlist? Could I have Playlist 21 or Playlist to one, because it's to one person? Get it? So I'm going to start recording a new album, and it's going to be called Playlist, and it's going to be Playlist to one. I'll probably do what Adele does, and every year it will have a different title, but it'll always be Playlist, because that's the only way people can ever get a playlist at this point. They will probably change the algorithm someday, but for right now, it suits the powers that be. And I can't say that suits the suits, because none of these guys wear suits, but it suits the powers that be at Facebook and Amazon and Pandora and Spotify and iTunes and Google Play. It suits these people not to be able to work with artists, because they're making just fine on their own. So I digress, but I don't really, because that's how I feel, and I just let you know. I'm going to do. Let's see what would be fun here. Um, Let me do a. Oh yes, all critters of our God King. That was almost an accident. Yes, all creatures of our God and King, written by Francis of Assisi back in the 12th century. And he wrote it because he was in the Celtic Isles and they didn't like Gregorian chants. So I'm going to do a Gregorian chant now. No, I'm just kidding. I don't do Gregorian chants. But yeah, so that's the reason that he wrote the song, is they didn't like singing Gregorian chants, and so they wanted to create some new music. And I guess a lot of people were like, well, what happened to the old country music that I used to like? Anyway, it just St. Francis changed it, and I'm going to blame it on him. Let's see. Did I do this one yet? No, because and it was really great. I did 2 live events today. I met dozens of people. I mean, it was. I am blessed and favored, exceedingly abundantly blessed and favored, above all I could possibly imagine. I really, really, really am. to be able to do this, to be able to have the talent to do this, to be able to make the mistakes and have people still clap, which was that was pretty good. And then make stuff up on the fly as I'm playing because that's you're live, you're in front of all these people. But what a blessing to be able to do this in the state of Tennessee, and with all these, I mean, it was just amazing because the two bands before me all did covers of people in Tennessee, and it was all country, and they had a turnout, they had a but to for me to come up, and I made a joke. I said, there's no way to get people out of here faster than to start playing about Jesus. And somebody yelled out, "Well, that's sad." And I'm like, "Wow, that's so cool." And then, they just it was good. It was really good. And the reason why is because of this next song. Yes, because Jesus played it. You can clap. That's fine. I mean, yeah. I don't have any problem with that. Thank you. Um, that's it, guys. Another one episode. I think this was. I said last night was episode 35, but I really think that it was 34 and that this is 35. I'm completely off on my episodes. So I'm going to have to go back, count weeks, count how many times I did it, find out what the actual number is, and I'll have that for you next week. In the meantime, God, please bless everybody who's watching this. We'll go ahead and close your eyes and bow your head. Hopefully, you're in a safe place and you're not driving, because why would you watch a live stream while you're driving? So, anyway, close your eyes, bow your head. And Heavenly Father, we just ask you to bless every single person who's listening to this. Please bless them with your voice, with your guidance, with your wisdom, with your providence, with your blessings. In your precious name, Jesus. Amen. And you guys have a great week. We'll see you next Friday, same time, 8 o'clock, unless you're in a different time zone. And then it's whatever time zone you're in. Same place, whatever channel you're watching. But if you want to try a new channel, we're on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Roll credits, please. Really, roll credits.